Hello, Andrew Smith here. Hopefully some of you know me as the head of Spilt Studios Limited. It's always made me chuckle how limited means it's a company and studios suggest, there's a group of people working together. Up until this point that hasn't really been true. What's going to change? Well, basically tomorrow, this is Monday night on the 20-something of January 2014, and tomorrow morning I'm going to a BAFTA breakfast for YouTubers, and I'm hoping that I'll be shaking the hand of one Andy Payne, who is the CEO, I believe, or at least one of the chief board members of Mastertronic, a publisher based in London, to sign up a little game called Tango Fiesta, which is a game that myself, Andrew Roper, a coder of some talent, and a friend of mine, Ewan Brock, similarly very skilled artist and friend, and Gavin Harrison, who's an audio technician and composer, and again a friend of mine. We came up with it, Tango Fiesta, in a game jam about, 6 months ago, something like that. Creative Assembly sponsored a game jam at Rezzed in Birmingham NEC, I think it was the NEC, and we entered, and apparently we had the coolest entry, email. I got Brock to do a little portrait of all of us. We called ourselves the Legion of the Jammed, and funnily enough we all kind of based our guys off of the team in Predator, that was a bit of fun. It ticked all the right boxes, and we got in. And then at the show, it turns out that the theme was the 80s. We had no idea. It was randomly pulled out of a hat, but it seemed serendipitous. I think that's the right word. And we all just basically looked at each other, high-fived, and spent 8 hours making that scene from Predator, the one where they shoot the jungle, essentially, because the predators disappeared for, it seems like, minutes. It's probably only 30 seconds, but it's absolutely hilarious. It kind of sums up the 80s, the ethos of the action movies that we all grew up loving. And that was the jam piece that we made. It didn't win the jam, sadly. I like to think we came second. There wasn't really a second prize, but it doesn't matter. We got a lot of really good support from people like, the judges there were fantastic. Keith Stewart from The Guardian, Ed from Splash Damage, Ed Stern, and Chris Avalone from Obsidian, I believe it's Obsidian, who we were introduced to at the show as well by the lovely chaps at Eurogamer. Bertie, in particular, was a bit of a star. And we thought maybe that was the end of it, but after the presentation, 5 minutes long, which you can see online, we all decided, that was a lot of fun, and we worked really well together, and we had done a jam previously, of course, and it just felt like there was something to it, and we just wanted to kind of carry on doing things. So we did another 2 sort of self-propelled jams, marmalades maybe, I don't know, where we spent another 8-hour period and then a third 8-hour period jamming our ideas into the game, and it's very rough and ready, and but by the end of it we were thinking we could probably pitch this to publishers. So we did, and we got one interested, and then we did a bit more work on it, added multiplayer online play and all kinds of bits and bobs that hopefully you guys will see in the final piece, the final release of the game. And so tomorrow is the culmination of a lot of time and effort and hope, actually. I can't speak for the rest of the guys, but for me it's been years of work coming towards this. And I mean, the pressure is already phenomenal. If we get this deal and we sign it and we're using someone else's money, they're taking the risk, the publisher, on our team. I have no doubt in our talents individually and as a team. I know we can pull it off. Like, I believe it in here that we can pull it off. But it's been so long coming. The last 3.5 years, I think it's been, since I set up Spilt Studios. Has been, you know, a lot of up and downs, and some of them public, some of them not, as people will know. But this is what I've been building towards. This is having a team, believe in something, and yeah, just getting it done, making a statement, I suppose. It's quite something, actually. I thought I was just going to do a little video diary every day, basically. Some of it will just come out in individual episodes, some of it will hopefully be made into some kind of a, I don't want to say documentary, but we want to make something of the videos, something of the development, sort of showed behind the scenes. I didn't think I'd be getting emotional on the first one, but I've never sort of vocalised it. Yeah, it's huge, absolutely huge. The pressure is phenomenal, but you know, I know we can deal with it, and I know that in a few months' time, everything goes according to plan. It never does it? You guys will be playing something that we've made that we're incredibly proud of, and that is actually what I believe will be, you know, one of the best games of the year. That's what we're aiming to make. Why try to do anything else? Yeah, I guess, I mean, this is the first one. This is the day before the shaking of the hand, which is step one. As soon as the hand is shaken, it's a done deal, but there's still a contract to sign. There's still stuff to be worked out, but essentially from the 1st of February, that's the aim. We'll be working on this and expecting to get paid on the end of every month. And it'll be, in some ways, the end of an era for Spilt Milk, as in scrabbling about, trying to find people to work with, for as little money as possible for everyone involved, believe me, myself included. It'll mean the end of working with Happy Nation, or at least the beginning of the end of it, because I'll have to step back away from that, which has been fantastic work. Met some amazing people, worked with some amazing people over the last sort of year and a half. But yeah, I'll have to, you know, my role will have to be 100%, if not more, on Tango Fiesta. So there's going to be a lot of changes, and I mean, Happy Nation and that work, and you know, that stuff. I only got the job with Happy Nation because of my efforts and my work as Spilt Milk Studio up until that point, so I can be proud of that. Happy Nation itself has meant that I can be in London and I can take advantage of opportunities that I couldn't whilst not being in London, so it's just a huge part of that. And I'm so excited and so scared about what's going to happen. I've never done anything like this in my life. You know, I've worked under other management and sort of not really formally run teams, but I've been in charge of significant aspects of game development before on console, PC, mobile, or the whole range, lots of different genres as well. I worked my way up from QA to level design to game design to running my own company and all this kind of thing, doing consulting work. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, or when I think about it. But yeah, hopefully this will be an interesting insight. Hopefully there's not too much drama of the sort of emotional kind, just, you know, of the action-packed 80s kind. And if it's not at least entertaining, you know, then hopefully it's a bit more than that, and it's actually quite useful for people. I don't know. I felt like anytime I've shared anything honest out there on the internet, it's resonated with people. I was going to say gone down well, but some of it wouldn't be appropriate to say that. It's just resonated with people, and I've found that a lot of people appreciate this kind of insight. So I'm going to try my best to do a daily diary. At some point release all of them. At some point release or everything important and interesting that's said. And yeah, this is hopefully the beginning of something quite special. We shall see. Keep an eye out. That's about it for now. I managed to say it all without crying. I say it all. I didn't actually prepare anything, but yeah, saying all that out loud kind of frames it in a way that I haven't really done before. I suppose I've just been heads down, too busy to just get the work done. You know, one thing moving to the next, to the next, to the next, and you know, if you keep busy enough, you don't have the time to step back and sort of appraise it for what it is, and what it is hopefully incredible. It's what I've been building towards. I don't want to blow this opportunity, and I don't believe that I will. I don't believe that my team will, and fingers crossed, basically. So yeah, that's about it.